Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a baby sea turtle. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the front part of the body. To draw the circle, first make two small marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make two more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also, pause the video to draw at your own pace. The circle doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're having trouble drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. To the right, draw another circle as a guide for the back portion of the body. Use the 4 marks method to draw this circle too. First make 4 small marks to indicate the sides of the circle, and then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. Make the 2 circles roughly the same size. Don't place the circles far apart from each other or the body will be too long. On the left side, draw another circle as a guide for the head. Use the 4 marks method to draw this circle as well. Make this circle about half the size of the first circle. Place this circle slightly higher than the first circle. On the left side of the head circle, draw a curved line as a guide for the muzzle. This guide should be similar to a wide arc on its side. The arc should be small in relation to the head. On the right side, draw another arc for the back portion of the head. Follow the path of the head as you draw this shape. Connect the head to the body using sloping lines to create the guide for the neck. Make the shape of the neck thinner than the head. Connect the first 2 circles using horizontal lines to finish the guide for the body. Curve the lines slightly. On the right side, draw a small triangular shape for the rear section of the body. Under the first circle, draw a long curved line as a guide for the front flipper. Curve the bottom of the line to the right. Draw another curved line to the right to make the shape wider. Under the circle on the right, draw another curved shape as a guide for the hind flipper. Don't make this shape as long as the front flipper. Make the end of the shape flat. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, lightly sketch a circle for the eye. Place the eye near the top left edge of the head. Draw the eye big in relation to the head. Draw a curved line across the eye for the top eyelid. Draw this line slightly lower than the center of the circle. Draw another curved line at the bottom for the lower eyelid. When you get the shapes of the eye right, darken the lines. Draw a few curved lines around the eyelids for creases. Keep these lines close to the shape of the eyelids. Darken the outer edges of the circle. Inside the shape of the eye, off to the side, draw a tiny circle for a highlight. In the middle of the eye, draw a small circle for the iris. In the middle of the iris, draw a dot for the pupil. Use the arc to the left as a guide to draw the muzzle. Darken the shape of the arc to create the front of the muzzle. Close to the bottom of the head, curve the line to the right to create the mouth. Sketch lightly at first and only darken the line when you get the shape right. Darken the bottom part of the guides to create the lower jaw. Make the lower jaw flatter than the initial guides. On the top part of the muzzle, draw a tiny oval for the nostril. Use the other lines and shapes as guides to draw the rest of the head. Darken the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the head. Draw a few short curved lines on the neck for creases. Use the curved shape under the first circle as a guide to draw the front flipper. Draw a curved line at the top for the shell's opening. Draw a series of short curved lines at the top for creases on the base of the flipper. Make the tip of the flipper rounder than the initial guide. Draw a series of short curved lines along the right edge of the flipper. Darken the guide on the right to create the shape of the hind flipper. Add a few curved lines along the edges of the shape. Lightly sketch a long curved line across the entire body for the edge of the shell. Curve the line above the front flipper. When you get the shape right, darken the line. On the left side, curve the line up toward the neck. Draw a short curved line at the top. Darken the initial guides to create the top edge of the shell. Make the shape slightly wider than the guides. Darken the bottom edges of the guides to create the bottom part of the shell. Don't overlap the front flipper as you darken the line. On the left side, draw a short curved line for the front tip of the bottom shell. On the right side of the body, draw a small triangular shape for the tail. Now erase the initial guidelines. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long. Don't worry about erasing all of the guidelines. It's okay if you leave some behind. Redraw any of the final lines that you may have accidentally erased. Draw a long curved line close to the bottom edge of the top shell for the pattern on the shell. Draw a series of short lines to divide the long shape into smaller sections. Draw a few vertical lines along the bottom edge. Close off the shapes at the top using short angled lines. Connect the tops of the shapes to the top edge of the shell to finish the pattern. Draw a series of small shapes across the head for the pattern on the skin. Curve the shapes around the eye. Shade the inside of the shapes using a dark value. Leave a thin gap between the shapes. Don't add shapes to the bottom of the head. Make the shapes smaller the closer they are to the back of the head. The shapes don't have to be perfect, just draw random geometric shapes across the head. Shade the inside of the eye too. Don't overlap the tiny highlight circle as you shade. Add a medium value across the head to create shadows. Shadows will give the figure more dimension and volume. Draw a few lines for creases. Draw a series of shapes inside the flippers too and shade them in. Make the shapes along the outer edges of the flippers big. The shapes in the middle of the flippers should be small. Shade the bottom of the shell to create shadows. Draw a few lines across the bottom of the shell for a pattern. Shade the top part of the shell too. Leave thin sections blank along the edges of the pattern. Add a few small shapes for the visible sections of the other flippers. Shading can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Keep shading until you're happy with the result, and that's it for the baby sea turtle. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com, where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.